Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're checking in with Amy Goscha. She is with Goscha Law here in Eagle County. And Amy, last week we talked about estate planning and how you can help us with that. This week we're going to talk about family law. So tell us what that entails.
So family law entails divorce. Most people probably know that. It also incorporates allocation of parental responsibility. So if you have non-married parents and they're splitting up, it's how to figure out what the parenting time is going to be. It can also include premarital agreements, meaning prenups, and also adoption.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things under that area.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about your experience in family law.
Yeah, so I've been practicing for family law has been my main area for almost 8 years, and I clerked for a district court judge in the Douglas County District Court in family law, and so I've been doing it for 8 years and clerked for a firm, and so it's the area that I've practiced the longest in.
Okay, and the divorce rate, it's amazing when we see these statistics, over 50%.
It is, so that's over 50% for first-time marriages, and it gets even higher for second-time marriages, almost 75%. So, you know, it's definitely a huge issue that people deal with.
And what's interesting is in Eagle County alone, we have over 70% of individuals going through divorce, and they don't have any representation.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't have any representation. I talked about unbundled, so I offered that as a piece, but I also try to really streamline family law cases to keep them out of court because it does get really expensive.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the general legal standards in divorce cases in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, so in the state of Colorado, I just wanted to touch on two. The first one would be in the best interest of the children. And in Colorado, a lot of people come to me and say, well, what about custody of my child? And in Colorado, we don't really use the term custody. It's called allocation of parental responsibility, and that breaks up into two areas, which is parenting time and then decision-making responsibility for kids. And then the second thing is people come to me and say, well, all the marital property is going to be split just in half, right? And actually the standard in Colorado is equitable. So it's really whatever the court finds as equitable. And it's really interesting because a lot of people assume that their property that they came into the marriage with is just going to remain their separate property. And if there's been an increase in value in that property, it could actually be subject to a division. So an example I would give would be if a person had a bank account or say like a 401k, and then it appreciated, $10,000 to $15,000 during the marriage. That $10,000 to $15,000 could actually be split in the divorce action.
Now, what's the shortest amount of time from filing for divorce that the parties can actually be divorced?
Actually, 91 days. So Colorado has a 91-day waiting period from the date that a party files the initial documents for divorce.
Okay, and what's your approach in handling family law cases?
So my approach kind of with every area is really to keep the conflict down, especially if kids are involved. One statistic that I've found from just talking with psychologists is that conflict among parents is the worst for kids, and so it's really important to help parents move to that next stage and to understand and learn how to be effective co-parents for their kids.
Okay, all right. If we want to find out more, and this is just one facet of things that you do at Goscha Law, what's the best resource?
It's goschalaw.com.
Okay.
It's my website.
All right, Amy, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Amy Goscha from Goscha Law. Give her a look on her website or give her a call. We've got more Good Morning Vail coming right up.